Hello. You just caught me nibbling on a bicky at the end of the hearings, so just hi. Well, if you're in the East Coast, of course, it's quite late there, so so I appreciate people who are joining in. Never again. Hi, Joanne. Linda B, GMR5, Grandmere, Patricia. It was an interesting hearing. I don't want to say the election is over. That shouldn't be surprising, should it? Hi, Karen Besson. Bissell. Hi, Apple. I can't reveal the conversation, but, yeah. Everybody's gotten the gist of it, and he's basically saying, well, yeah, whatever rumours you heard are pretty well true. But that's an assumption on my part. That's baloney. I've dubbed Hawley the running man, that video of him running across the hallway and then making his way smartly down the steps. Yeah. I'm only going to be on an hour. The president didn't want to use the word peace or peaceful. Hi, Em. Liz Cheney summed up with the president preying on the patriotism of people, preying on them. There's also the Bannon tapes indicates, yeah, he knew what he was going to do all along. That's premeditation. Yeah, and he ran from them, yeah. Yeah, he said that they're going to be presenting their findings. Now, this lot that just gone, they've been presenting the evidence. So it's interesting. They're going to present it in September, which still leaves a whole month before the midterm elections. But also, they're going to be reviewing some new evidence. Wonder what that new evidence is. So what's this new evidence that they've got? Wow, there's something in it that's going to be that will support their findings. There's stuff in it that's going to support their findings. It's a real big tower for Trump. Wow. They're going to be presenting something that is going to highlight even more his role. What have they got? I don't think they know. They're reviewing evidence. So I don't know that they've come across that smoking barrel. Is there a smoking barrel in that evidence that they just haven't come across yet? they haven't gotten to it. Quite possibly, but there's definitely more corroboration. Will some of it be Secret Service evidence? Quite possibly. Will some of the evidence be from the Secret Service? Yes. Now, here's the thing. I was hopeful that the text would be found somewhere. There's evidence that they're gone. So I'll grab another deck. The Secret Service texts, are they actually gone? He didn't fill out the call log for that day, wasn't filled out. So they've got, for the president, so they've got to go on other people's phones. So here's a question. Will they be subpoenaing other people's phones? Oh, he's already been impeached. They can do the 14th Amendment, I think. Will they be getting other people's phones? This is, yes, part of the process. Will he be banned from, he's been impeached twice. They can't impeach him again. But they can do, there is something to do with, I don't know everything about your amendments. I know very little, really. But I think there is something they could institute, like something within the 14th Amendment, that will they be able to justifiably ban him from running for political office? Put him into the wilderness. Giuliani is mad as a cut snake. Pretty soon they're not going to be able to rely on anything he says. In the moment, they need to get everything they can of him recorded. Because I don't think he'll be able. Has January 6th held back some of what Garland is working on? Interesting question. Let's have a look. Giving them time. Has January 6th held back on some of what Garland is working on? Yes. They are keeping the lid on some things because they feel it would jeopardise Garland's investigation, and there are investigations happening. Will they be handing more to Garland? They've shared pretty well everything. The devil, yeah, I'd say there's definitely going to be more that they'll be handing to Garland. They're pretty well handing everything over to him. It's not for them to determine what he can use in a prosecution, what's not. That's for Garland and the DOJ to determine. Will there be a special counsel appointed? I've asked this question before, to not necessarily just Trump, but to look at others involved in the situation. So we'll leave Trump out of the equation, but others who were involved in the situation and planning. Yes, Queen of Swords, that's definitely a legal professional. Hang on, guys, I'm going to have to take that, okay? Hello? Hello? just a spam call, guys. High spirits be on the stars. So yeah, there's definitely going to be some form of council. Will they wait till the midterms are over to do that? Or maybe that it might not happen till after the midterms. Now, this special counsel, I'm not talking about indictment of Trump here. I'm talking about indictment of other serving members, congressmen, senators, things like that. People like that. Will Trump be indicted before the elections? Oh, here's that tower again. Now, that came up before. There's definitely something happening with Trump. I do think Georgia might be up to it's definitely something. He's definitely facing some tower moment, which came out before as well. So before the midterms. Now, like I said, I'm not going to be on for a long time. Just a quick check-in. I didn't hop on last night. I ended up being really, really tired. So not soon after I uploaded the hot topics, I went to bed, actually. And if you want to see hot topics every weekday, Monday to Friday, a video on some of the hot topics from around the world that day. And if you want to see Archangel read, a weekly Archangel read for what we can do for the week ahead, and some other bonuses, like when I do get to a video, I've got one in the works at the moment. I will release it 24 hours ahead or 48 hours, ahead of everyone else for members. You can join for $3.99 a month. So, yeah. Hi, J Cat Lady. Hi, Teresa Balthasar. Marjal, I think I said hello. So what questions do you guys have that we could maybe have a look at? Oh, sorry for the yawn, guy. What will people think of the video that shows Trump saying, "I don't want to say the election is over"? Of him still refusing to say it's over, even after all the processes had happened. Was it really beneficial to show that? Did it really help anything? Yes, it did. It's validation of him wanting to continue to push the lie. The world, of him refusing to move on, of him still thinking that he could defeat this. He's still thinking he can defeat it. He's still thinking that he'll be able to just waltz in January and be sworn in as president. Does he believe that still? Yeah, he thinks, yeah. Yep. He'll be in calmer waters and out of danger. He honestly believes that they'll do that. Now, how much damage will the audio of Kevin McCarthy and him very clearly stating what he thinks, how much damage will that do with his flip? Somebody asked, during the break, I popped onto Autumn's wonderful coverage and her putting those questions up, and somebody asked, why did McCarthy flip? Lack of a spine. On the June, he went political. Steve Bannon on the judge and jury, or Steve Bannon? Let's have a look. Hi, Maura. Hi, Teresa Balthazar. I assume that's the judge and jury, Joanne S. Let's see. Steve Bannon. He's going for a stint. Yeah. He is going to be found guilty. Yeah. People are just pretty tired of hearing about him, actually. And have people stopped caring about what happens? Have Republicans stopped caring about what happens with Steve Bannon? Yeah, a lot of them have. They just, I think that it partially, the video today will not have helped. He is definitely in a place of loss. He's virtually, he might have a couple of partially filled glasses of things still to play, and none of them are going to work. He's going to jail. And anything he was going to tell the January 6th committee would be a lie. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady Farley. Oh. Hi, Simply Joan. Thank you for the blessings. Was my daily sneezing fit? Oh. Now, who's got some questions? With thousands of interviews, thought would present more communications. Oh, well, you know what? There's a lot they passed on to. There's a lot that they didn't show from these people that they passed on to DOJ because they felt that it was not pertinent to what they were getting to. But there's other things as well that they kept as well, and they're not showing because it's pertinent to an investigation, which I think I just answered a bit earlier. Will Republicans and Trump followers start spreading the lie that January 6th never happened? Oh, some of them already have. Will that? Yeah, that's already happening. There's you know, all sorts of things happening over that. Will it be stopped? It's like people who don't believe 9/11 happened, you know. It's like everyone. It's like all of these big events, the moon landing, 9/11. Some people even believe Kennedy wasn't shot. Will it be effective? No, it's a lost cause. Thank you, Em. Much appreciated. Thank you. Yes, there are deniers, but I'm getting it's losing steam. It's losing steam. So many people were there. Thank you. Thank you, Em. Much appreciated. Coffee money is always welcome. Let's see. Is it going to pick up steam at all? Not really. No, it's I suppose it's the opposite of the Mandela effect, which is a lot of people come to believe that events or facts that never happened or never existed actually did happen and did exist. People are trying to the opposite Mandela effect, and it's just not going to work. It's on their own social media feeds that people there sent out and stuff like that. So it's not going to work. Of course, there's always this small group that it will. Hubby seems to think that they're not going to indict Trump because it will open the door for other presidents to be indicted so that they'll let him go. Is this true? This is just hubby's comment. Is there any validity to this judgment? No, I don't. There could be some validity to the reasoning as to not indicting him, but decisions pending finality, the only decision that can be made under the circumstances. So in the context of Trump, there's only one way they can go. Okay, I'm going to grab a different deck and I'm going to ask a question from Watergate. Okay. If Richard Nixon had not resigned, yeah, I know that hubby, he seems to think it might open the door for anyone to just be able to be any president to be able to be indicted by the next people along, and he's got some doubts about that. But fair enough. I think it's something that should be asked. But anyway, if Richard Nixon had not resigned and been pardoned, would he have been indicted? Yes, that was the plan, the Two of Wands. That strategy would have played through. Now, Trump didn't resign. He didn't hand over peacefully. He still continues to contend things that are lies. Will he be indicted? The Magician, yes, there's everything there and every reason and valid cause to indict him. He's going to be indicted in some way or another over this. Yeah, it was an interesting viewpoint. So don't dump on hubby, but he's also slightly cynical that people who do wrong never receive their justice. So, and unfortunately, in some cases, that is the case. But I don't think that's going to be the case with Trump. he's going to find it really hard to avoid it. Yeah, and that to me is an indication that go take that memo where he backed up, what's his name, Barr's direction as saying we're not going to prosecute him. No, it really backs up the forcefulness of the act and says it's, passes it through all the highest filters and also protects the rank and file. Saying they can't say, well, this was just a rogue investigator. No. And then trash this person. Oh, he's a rogue investigator. He's a bad person, blah, blah, blah. And then, by making it all go through the top, filtered through the top, it protects those people, those investigators who have the facts and have the facts of the case, and then it moves it up. So, yeah, make sure that nobody can say it's just a rogue investigation too. So it adds validity to any investigation and protects those officers who might otherwise be threatened, harassed, bullied, things like that. Okay. What is it? Navarro from SS was hired by T into the White House. He is back in SS during the last. Will Navarro be Navarro? Is it SS? That's Social Security. Will Navarro or Navarro, the guy from Social Security, will he be investigated? He is being investigated. There's no will about it. Yeah. Deals, communications. Seven of Wands, yeah, he's going to have to stand up in defense. So, yeah, he is being investigated. Oh, Secret Service, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, he would. He would not have left again. He would have cancelled elections, done whatever he could. He would have tried. If he had been re-elected, how long would he have remained? Because I get the picture that if he had have gotten re-elected or gotten himself back in, it wouldn't have lasted long. It would not have lasted long. He would have been gone in a matter of months. And, yeah. Oh, yes, they'll be charged. If they don't front up, they will be arrested and charged, Apple. Will there be a snowfall effect for the Secret Service? I'm getting a big broom. Yeah. Will there be a snowfall effect within the Secret Service? Yes. This is heightened security. Four of Wands. Investigation and heightened security. It's like the family. Now, the IG has said no internal investigations of the text. Hi, MK Karen M. Oh, you're not that late, darling. I only started 30 minutes ago. I'm going to wrap it up in another half hour. So, yeah, still got half an hour to go. So it's within a Homeland Security family. There is investigations going. Is there going to be a cleaning out of the Secret Service? Yes. Yes. and harshness. They're not going to be 8 of Swords. Cleaning out is going to start right at the top. They're going to go through everybody who is at presidential, vice presidential, first family level, cabinet level. They're all going to undergo scrutiny and rechecks, and then it'll continue down. Then it'll be the communications people in the Secret Service. Yeah, it's okay for their complete autonomy is going to be put on hold for a while. The Inspector General's not happy. In fact, he's pissed. National Archives have got their investigators on it. In fact, I think there's the Inspector General, Homeland Security, Inspector General, National Archives, somebody else, all working together, I think. In cohort. I've got some Marines being brought in. I know that Marines fly, Marine and Air Force fly the president. The Marines fly the helicopters and the Air Force flies Air Force One. So are there going to be some extra presences, some backup, some more resources? Queen of Wands. Okay, there's going to be Congress. Yeah, this is also there's going to be Congress are going to hold some hearings on the Secret Service and stuff. Going to be interesting. Who's got some questions arising out of the hearing? Sarah Matthews was, you just could feel the anger simmering off her. And Gene Pottinger just looked like he hadn't quite woken up from the nightmare yet. Yeah. Yeah. So how was the plane ride to Florida after 45 left office? Oh, interesting question. Because he disappeared like after the 7th or the 8th or something. Drunk, overindulging. Well, not drunk for Trump because he doesn't drink, but he definitely overindulged. It was like emotionally out of control. Nobody wanted to be near him. He refused. He just flat out refused to. She didn't lose her job. She She resigned that day. She sent her resignation in after she got home that night. Oh, the thing. I'll ask about the Marine thing. No, I feel like the Marines are going to be called on to provide extra protection. Cold. A lot of people shivering in their boots. He was ranting and raving, as he said when he was asked to make that speech the following night. He didn't want to say the election was over. I'm still the emperor. I'm still the emperor. His Trump plane is getting fixed. Does this mean he's thinking about running? Interesting question. Interesting question. Let's have a look at that. Mystic Mondays deck here. I guess that his Secret Service detail currently are getting swapped out at regular intervals. Told him to resign. Yep. Biden will not put up with any shit. Okay, let's have a look. Firstly, is that true about the Secret Service agent? Let's have a look. Yes. The Secret Service have got a lot on their mind at the moment. They're going to be, oh my, Linda B. There'll certainly be unrest. Will there be unrest if Trump is convicted? Yes, definitely. Civil war, I don't know about that. Now, his plane is being fixed. Is he going to try and flee the country? For years, I have been seeing him not being successful in fleeing the country. That has changed a little bit when I do a visualization. He's going to try and flee, definitely. That's the Princess of Swords. But that's also a disappointment. Tony Ornato was the what? Yeah. Yeah. I think too. Oh, I just got a hit that when I was looking down with the other reason that Garland has reiterated everything has to go through the top echelon. So that nobody in the lower circles, it will cut down on leaks. Will cut down on leaks. It's part of why, yeah. Are they going to get the indictment soon? 8 of Cups. Moving towards a higher ideal. I'm just doing a cut. There's the 4 of Wands. Minor celebration. Hi, Kim Hardinge. Heartbreak, betrayal. If he left the country, he would not be able to hold these rallies and spread more lies about the last election. Oh, yeah. Yes, she has left something with her lawyer. In fact, I think it's already in the possession of publishers and they own it outright. And yeah, I think she left a manuscript with publishers and they own it. They own it. The Trump family have no rights to it because they bought it from her. I think that's. Yeah, I think they have a manuscript and they bought it from her, lock, stock, and barrel. But there was the condition that it wasn't to be published until she passed. Nine of Swords. Oh, Trump is anxious. Trump is anxious about whether or not she left anything behind. She didn't just leave something, she left also statements that at the time of writing that she was in good mind and body, that she wasn't a nana case or anything like that, because they'll try all of these things with this book. Yeah. Oh, okay. Now, Trump and Pence both have rallies Friday night in the US, so tonight my time. Who's going to get the bigger crowd? Let's have a look. Who's going to get the better crowd? Pence. How big is his crowd going to be? Say if one is 1% and the 10 is 100%. Okay. Of capacity for the place. What capacity of the stadium, whatever, is Pence going to get? If one is 10% of capacity and 10 is 100% of capacity, what is he going to get? The world. This is going to be a big shift, but it is 1 and 1, 21, 2 and 1, 30% capacity. But it's also a big shift for Pence, a big shift for Pence. So, Trump. Princess of Pentacles is the 11. 1 and 1 is 20% of capacity. 1 and 1 is 2, and that's 20% of capacity. So, believe it or not, Trump is going to get a surprise here. That in capacity for the stadium, it says here that Pence is going to have a bigger impact, and he's going to get 30% capacity for the area he's holding, and also a big shift in the world for Pence. So whose rally is going to be more successful? We looked at capacity, so we'll go with Trump first. How successful is Trump's rally going to be? Knight of Wands. Or talk, the charming knight, or talk. But if you don't want to if you don't want to listen to what he's saying, don't be there. So it's like my way or the highway with the Knight of Wands. He's not going to talk about anything he doesn't want to talk about. And if you want to hear more from him, that's not what he wants to talk about, well, you can just pee off. But leave your money first. What is Pence's rally going to be like? What's the atmosphere there going to be? Wow. The Ace of Wands, starting a build-up of energy and in new ideas. I don't know if Pence is ever going to be a presidential candidate again, or even a vice presidential candidate. But I do think that he's next rally, if another rally is held by the two people, who will come out ahead? Will Trump come out ahead? What's that? That is the judgment, people judging him. They're awake to him. They're awake to him thanks to the hearings, I think. Will Pence come out ahead? Ten of Cups, more love. Welcome, Nine of Cups, sorry. Yeah. Getting the results. He's going to start seeing results happen. Yep. Who's paying for Trump's rallies? Some corporation paying for Trump's rallies. Oh, yeah. Steve Bannon's going to prison. Don't worry about that. Hi, Karen Hardinge. Some corporation paying for it. Yeah. He's milking them. And he'll, and oh God, yeah, he's saying, oh, it costs this much and it doesn't cost as much as it costs. He's ripping them off, yeah. So he's not paying for any of it, no. Paulie, he made a very ill-judged gesture that helped rile up the thing. But let's have a look. I don't like the man. I think he's a menace. But is he actually guilty of anything other than an ill-judged gesture at the time? John Hawley, is he actually guilty of anything? He is going to face the consequences at the voting booth. But is he guilty of anything legal? Any crime? I'm getting no. Even though that's the devil and that's the no card. It like tied himself to the idea, but he didn't tie himself to it to such an extent that he could be. Is he going to be found culpable in any way? There's stuff to come out, but with the sun there and the world and a shift in his place in the world. There's definitely more stuff to come out. Look, I said, is he culpable of anything? And that was the sun, which is a yes card, and a shift in his place in the world. But is he legally in danger? Is he legally culpable in any of this? Three of Pentacles. Look, he is being investigated. But he got some high impact cards there with the Devil, the Sun, and the World. And I do think he's going to see a shift in his place in the world. He's going to be made accountable at the voting office. Whether he ends up, will he be indicted for anything? I'm feeling no, probably not. Five of Pentacles, no. But he is going to be out in the cold politically. He's going to lose his seat, his position and stuff. But I'd like to be able to, I just feel like he's morally culpable, but not legally. He'll be held accountable at the voting booth when he's up for re-election, which I don't know when that is. I don't think it's this year, is it? What about Jim Jordan? Hi, Jess R. Welcome. Is Jim Jordan? Does he have any legal consequences ahead for himself? Eight of Cups. It's like turning a blind eye. Yes, see, here's the thing. I do think that there's going to be a lot of censures. Jim Jordan's a pain in the ass, but it's going beyond proving more than just turning a blind eye, which could be a censure. But again, this is also a no card. But there are some other possibilities that he's the Empress. Again, where he's going to face consequences is at the voting booth. That's American voters. But legal, no. Not for this matter. Because it's going to be hard to prove that a lot of these people knew that things were going to get out of control. Some did. But I don't know if Jordan was one of them. Will there be some Congress, some reps facing legal consequences because they knew there were plans to breach the Capitol? Bill Hader does the best Jim Jordan. So will there be some reps who will be indicted because they knew there were plans to breach the Capitol? Yes. That's the King of Cups. That's yes. So there are going to be some. Okay. Yeah. I am going to wrap it up now. Thanks for joining me for the post-hearing thing. Please stay safe, stay happy and everything. Strong, laughing the whole week. I'll be back for my usual Sunday morning. And, we can have further chat then. I love you all. And please take care and look after yourselves. Take care of yourself in the heat. Do everything you can if you're in a hot zone where there's a danger of fire to make sure that around your houses are clear. Where there's a storm, just do everything that you can to make the environment around you as safe as possible. And please, 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 over the next few weeks, do everything you can to keep cool, and ride out the heat. Do not put yourselves in. Keep hydrated. Keep everything you can. Okay. Love you all. I will be back on Sunday. Okay. Bye bye.